Hello peeps and welcome back to It's Me Saz. And today we're with Mo.
Hi.
And because you really enjoyed Am I the Arsehole, we have decided that we're going to do it again. Just for your entertainment.
Yeah.
Right, so... Alright, this sounds a bit juicy. It's not an essay, is it? Ah, it's alright, see? Right.
Carry on.
So I read 4, you read 4, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Girlfriend was over at my place. I was supposed to say the title again, weren't I?
Yeah, so this fine.
Just go straight into the story. Am I the asshole for losing my shit and screaming at my girlfriend to get out of my house after what her stepbrother did? Question mark. Girlfriend was over at my place 2 days ago. We're both 20. She has a stepbrother who's 23. Before this, I'd only met him a few times and he seemed like a regular dude. She asked if it was okay for him to come over too for a couple of hours. I said, why not? He said he would get booze and pizza, and my parents were away visiting relatives for the weekend, so I figured we could shoot the shit.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. I have a little sister who's 15. They came over and stayed up in her room the entire night. We were all a bit tipsy, and my girlfriend's stepbrother asked if he could use the restroom. I pointed to the one door in the hall where my girlfriend...
No, I pointed him to the...
One door in the hall.
No.
The one down the hall.
I pointed him to the one down the hall.
My girlfriend and I was there. Right? My girlfriend and I was preoccupied. Oh, right, okay. And didn't even realise how much time he was taking until we heard raised voices upstairs. We immediately went up to check what was going on and found my sister crying. Dude had gone up instead of using the washroom. My sister's door had been ajar, so he apparently walked into her room. All details I managed to waggle from my crying sister, by the way. She was taken by shock and was trying to stay calm, but he wasn't leaving. He was trying to chat her up. She told him to get the fuck out, and then he closed the door behind him instead, which is why she started freaking out. She tried to get past him to open the door, and he grabbed her, but she managed to open it anyway, and reached the landing. By then, he backed off. Obviously, I was super pissed. I was super fucking pissed, actually. There was a lot of screaming going on. A lot of accusations. That was a bit of a tongue twister, that was.
Yeah.
We were all drunk except for my sister. After getting the short from her, girlfriend's stepbrother was stuttering and deflecting. I'm pretty sure I've threatened violence at some point. Well, of course.
Yeah. My girlfriend was trying to be the mediator. She said I need... Jesus Christ, I can't read. She said I had to calm down and couldn't fly off the handle. Because... Oh. based off word of mouth. But I was there. I saw my sister crying in panic. I know what she's like. Jesus Christ, I can't not read. I can't see.
Where's your glasses?
Somewhere. I know what she's like, and I know she wouldn't lie about something like this. Why would she? I told her stepbrother to get out of my house. My girlfriend kept saying we could sort this out and have a proper conversation. I didn't see what conversation was there to be had. Eventually, she said, what if my sister was lying in front of my sister's face? I asked her what on earth would make her think that, and she said she's a kid and could be making it up for attention. Like the title said, I lost my shit. I told her to get the fuck out, and afterwards she kept calling me, but I ignored everything. The dust has settled a bit. I went over everything with my little sister. She promised me that it had happened the way she was telling me. She told me she was scared he was going to essay her. My girlfriend texted me this morning saying I shouldn't have raised my voice like that, and I scared her. I thought of apologising, but she still hadn't said a word about apologising to my sister or addressing the issue with her stepbrother. I only replied that we had to talk, and she said there's nothing to talk about. There's no hard proof in her words, and the stepbrother ended up doing nothing. So she told me she would deal with him, and I should drop it. I don't know if I'm the arsehole for the way I handled this. Maybe if cool, maybe if cooler head prevailed, then um prevailed, this silent treatment wouldn't have happened, and we could have discussed everything. I don't know what to do from now on either. I love that girl. I don't want us to be over. I want some advice on where to go from here to.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for commented and left advice. I posted an update. Okay, so there's an update.
Okay, we'll look at the update after we read like a comment or something. Real. Top on.
A 23-year-old man should not be trying to chat up a 15-year-old girl. Full stop. There we go.
So you're not the arsehole, because if your girlfriend was like, yeah, that was fucked up, and also told him to get out, and then helped your sister, then that would be fine. But she also added to it by saying your sister was lying, when obviously she wasn't, because why would he be in her room? But yeah, you're not.
No, I don't think you've done anything wrong, and I wouldn't be inviting her stepbrother around ever again.
And not even her.
And in fact,
she tried to help her stepbrother when.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, if she doesn't agree, if you don't want him coming around or seeing him, because that's your right, and she don't agree with that, she ain't the one. And you're only 20, so you're gonna meet someone else. Okay, here's the update. Where's the update? Edit. Here we go.
No, it's the top. It's all of it.
It's all of it.
Yeah.
I should really read it before I.
Yeah.
My girlfriend asked me yesterday if I could talk in person. I agreed. We met at a public park. She showed up already looking on the verge of tears. Buttered Crumpet 09. What's that mean?
Someone's comment was goated. It's not.
Oh, right. Okay. I thought they were just directly talking to them. Your commented was goated. What does goated mean?
Greatest of all time.
I basically said word for word to her, lol. She let me speak and was silent for a very long time. Before she said she was sorry for the way she had reacted, she told me she had been drunk and panicked and hadn't been thinking clearly and was trying to stop it from becoming a fight. We discussed her stepbrother. She told me he has a weird streak and acts oddly sometimes. She told me he generally could have made a mistake and didn't mean any harm. I asked her why he'd gone upstairs in the first place and why he'd shut himself in with my sister on finding out he was in the wrong room. No answer. I asked how was she so sure he had not prevented intentions.
No. I asked how she was so sure he had no perverted intentions.
Thank you.
It's alright, don't worry.
No answers. Some of you suggested that my stepbrother... Some of you suggested that the stepbrother might have had history and even might have done something to her. I didn't outright say it, but I was implying it. I kept saying that if he had gone further, what if he assaulted someone before and you don't know about it, etc. I asked if there had been an incident like this before and how she could possibly downplay.
Downplay? It's wrong.
What happened? She didn't have anything to say, but again, at the point she was too choked up to speak properly. So I don't think she could have had answers even if she wanted to. Anyway, I wasn't there to listen to the excuses or justifications, and I told her that. She asked me if we were over, and I said the only way we could move forward was if she apologizes to my little sister and then stops all contact with her stepbrother. I just don't see in a scenario where my sister feels comfortable around him. She told me she didn't want to lose me, but she couldn't do what I asked for from her. So I told her, yes, we're done. There you go.
Right. My parents came back this morning, by the way. Like I said, they had been out of town at relatives' place. I told them about this over the phone. I said there was an incident that happened and I would explain when they got back. My sister asked me to speak to them on her behalf, and I told them everything. My dad gave me a lot of shit, rightfully so. He said he wants to speak to my ex's parents about this, let them know what their son did. Police here are about as useful as tits on a ball, but we discussed it and we're going to file a report. I don't know. Anyway, I highly doubt it will go anywhere, but at least it will be a record in the system. My sister was doing better. She was really shaken up. She asked if she could sleep in my parents' room or mine for a bit. We will probably arrange a therapy or counselling session for her and let her decide if she wants to continue. I'm going to take her bowling and then we'll get food, just the two of us, so I can apologise on my part. I feel upset, I feel guilty actually. I trusted my ex, and me being naive, I put my little sister in danger. I've always thought I was a responsible person, and this happening when I was supposed to be in charge is fucking me up. I'm pissed at myself right now, but we move. My favourite comments to read were the ones telling me what to do to the stepbrother. I don't ever want to see his face again, but in case I do, someone let me know if you have a wood chipper lying around. Thanks again, everyone.
Oh, wow. Some things people have asked if I can run a background check or something. I don't think it's illegal for civilians to do that in my country, Portugal. And I don't know if I can request one. I see through also to everybody commenting about underage drinking. I was so confused, crying. That's not a problem here, lol. Laugh my ass off. I wouldn't be incriminating myself or anything by filing a report, so don't worry. Oh, Butted Crumpet came back.
This is the comment. This is the comment.
So that's what I sent to her. She's a shitbag, and I bet he's done.
That's the comment that the guy was talking about.
Right. Okay.
Do you want to read it?
No, I think we've read enough of this story.
Yeah, you're not the asshole.
No, but
pretty certain.
I'm literally glad that you done what I said.
Yeah.
And obviously you're done, so there's plenty other girls out there.
Yeah.
Okay, what would you like to do? Oh, it's nice as well, and it's a little edit at the bottom.
Okay. Oh wait, no, you gotta read it out. I did what you did.
Am I the asshole for bringing a much older guy to Easter dinner after my dad left my mum for someone close to my age?
I, 18 female, moved out at 15 when I got into a boarding school abroad. When I was 12, my dad, 45 male, cheated on my mum, 43 female, with a woman, 26 female. Jesus Christ, why am I getting told all the ages?
You gotta have the backstory.
Who was 20 at the time. Then you should have said 20. They ended up divorcing, and he's been with her ever since. She's only a few years older than me, and for the... She's not... Okay, sorry. The whole age thing is confusing me. I'm trying to do the maths. And for the past few years, she's been at every family holiday. She's clearly only after his money, but he's too stupid and stubborn to understand. This year for Easter, I flew back home and asked a friend of mine, 38 male, to come with me and pretend to be my boyfriend just for a few days at my home. After dinner, my dad pulled me aside and told me he felt uncomfortable with the situation. I told him I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong, and that after him, love has no age. He told me that I ruined everyone's Easter by being selfish and bringing someone his age to dinner. I flew back to school, but now I'm getting messages from a few relatives saying I should apologise to my dad and break up with my boyfriend. I haven't responded. I don't think I'm in the wrong because he's made my life uncomfortable since the moment he cheated on my mum.
Okay. The edit.
Mhm.
Seems like many think it's a lie. Lol. I would too, but I met my friend in a book club when I moved to the US. I'm from Europe, and he's been a great father figure to me, to be honest. When I had no friends there, he would buy me dinner and actually spend time with me. And he recently divorced from his HS sweetheart.
High school sweetheart.
So he wouldn't spend Easter alone anyway. Therefore decided to take him with me and show him around. For reference, I didn't say half of the bad things my dad did, or the whole story. It wouldn't be too long, but trust me, cheating isn't the only thing he did. I know this is immature, people. I know it's extremely immature of me, but I wanted to show him it feels how it feels. Thanks a lot for the advice. Update for Christmas. Lol. What do you think?
You're not the asshole, because it's like your dad dated someone who wasn't even that much older than you, and you were really uncomfortable with it, but nobody kind of said anything. And then when you, it's not really that immature, but you said that you had a friend who was older than you, closer to your dad's age, and you pretended he was your boyfriend. Bit weird, but you know. But the fact that he was uncomfortable with that, and then everyone came to you and was like, "You got to break up with him. He's too old for you," but didn't go after your dad when he dated someone that was your age. Just weird. I don't know. What do you think?
To be honest, um, your dad can date whoever he wants to date. And it doesn't matter if she's a year younger than you, a year older than you, it don't matter. He's enjoying his life. And if he hasn't been that much of a father figure to you, why'd you care? Just get on with your life. Go and do stuff because you're only, what, 18? It looks like you've done well for yourself, getting out at 15, doing stuff. Get on with your life. And, he's going to be there no matter what for you, but just let him get on with his life too.
Yeah. It's just really weird to me that everyone was going off at her for the boyfriend, but said nothing to the dad.
Well, I just think if you turned up at 18 with a 38-year-old man, I would have something to say as well.
If you dated someone that was 3 years older than me,
But I wouldn't be.
Yeah, but if you did, I would be really weirded out.
But I wouldn't be.
Yeah, but if you were, I'd just be like,
No, thank you.
yeah. But you get what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but it's mainly men. They just love going for younger women.
Am I the arsehole for telling my boyfriend?
There you go, freaking prank, and it's short, nice. It's not an update, is it? Okay.
No.
Am I the arsehole for going home after my husband dangled me over the parking garage edge as a prank, and I thought he was killing me? Hello, Reddit. This happened a couple of days ago. I went out with my husband to eat at a place nearby that he had booked for that time, and he had wanted to go for a while, and he had really been looking forward to it. And I drove him there, and we parked on the top floor of the parking garage nearby, and we got out of the car and started walking down the stairs, which were right on the edge of the parking garage. He started talking about high up we were. Oh, how high up we were. And jokingly asked if I thought I could survive if I jumped from there, and obviously I couldn't have. As we were turning down the stairs and were right next to the edge, which had a small railing before a straight drop, he shouted out, "Say goodbye," and suddenly grabbed me and picked me up and brought me over to the edge and dangled me there, and I fucking screamed out. And he was so scared, I thought he was going to kill me.
He was so scared.
Oh, and I was so scared, I thought he was going to kill me. And he held me over the edge for a second and then pulled me back and put me down. And I was in shock, and he was laughing like it was the funniest thing ever. And I was still processing what he just did to me. I was legitimately shaking, and I lost my appetite and my mood to be out, and I decided I wanted to go home. And I told him I was going home, and he said it was a joke, and he was just trying to have fun. And I told him he can come home with me now, or he can take the bus. I'm driving home right now. And he said I ruined the date because he really wanted to eat there and huffed on the way home, the way back. I was still shocked because I literally hanging over the edge, and I called to tell them we aren't showing up. And I got home and was still thinking about it and started crying. He didn't even come over and console me. And he apologized later, but it was like, sorry, you got scared, instead of sorry for doing something I shouldn't have. And my mood was just ruined the rest of the day. So Reddit, am I the arsehole for going home?
Obviously not. That's so fucking bad. Break up. Get divorced. Oh yes, you're married. Get divorced.
I mean, there's no ages, so
no, I don't care.
We ain't got no backstory with the ages.
Listen, I don't care how old they are. If someone's holding you over the edge of something that you could die from, you don't want to talk to that person.
I don't think someone in their 30s would be doing that. I think someone in their 20s would dangle their girlfriend over the frickin' thing and find it funny.
I don't care how old you are. If you're dangling anyone over something, they have the right not to talk to you.
How long you been married? See? People need backstories, alright? Is he often someone who finds pranks hysterical? Do you have a very large life insurance policy? I'm just trying to understand what made him think this was okay. Yeah, seriously, it's wild that he thought this was even remotely funny. Some people just have no concept or boundaries when it comes to pranks. Have you said your piece?
I've said my piece. Break up, divorce, don't talk to each other ever. Don't talk to him ever again. If he tries to talk to you, just ignore him. Don't do that.
Well, I think that was really weird, and I would literally be like questioning my choice of staying with this person, because if he thinks that's okay, and like thank God he had like a hold of you, because if he didn't, you probably would be flying down and smacking your head, and then he'd be like, "Oh, sorry, it was only a prank."
Yeah, just divorce.
Yeah, just
That's all I have to say.
Question your
Divorce.
relationship.
Divorce. Don't question it. Divorce.
And if he's young and you're young, there's plenty other people out there.
I don't care how old you are. Divorce. All I'm saying.
Yeah. Right. Well, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
So if you like this, comment below if you've had any saucy, am I the arseholes?
Yeah, leave down below your own ones so we can react to those.
Yeah, we can read your ones out. And then, if you need advice, we've got you covered, haven't we?
Yeah. We have the best advice.
Anyway, if you're new, subscribe, like the video, it supports me, and I really want to get to 200 subscribers by Christmas, because that would make my day, and that would make your day, wouldn't it?
Make my day.
Yeah.